breath work and debunking the passing out myth. Yes, there are conditions where under the right circumstances you could pass out. If you notice when you're exercising, running to a top of a hill, breathing through the mouth, you're blowing off a lot of CO2, not getting oxygen delivery to the system because mouth breathing wouldn't be good for you. And so that could cause you to be lightheaded, dizzy, and the potential to pass out. And again, I find that most of these instances of the opportunity to pass out during breath work is usually associated with oral breathing. Why? Because you're taking in too much oxygen too fast. There's no restriction like there is in nasal restricted breathing. That's why they call it nasal restricted breathing, controlling the airflow. You don't have that with mouth breathing. So you can easily overventilate very quickly and blow off way too much CO2 and find yourself dizzy, lightheaded, and unable to even function if you go too far. I know in breath work there are people that early on in some of the big methods that were being taught in superventilation and hyperventilation where they're tucking in all this air really fast. Again, you do that long enough and you could actually exhale too much CO2 and find yourself lightheaded, dizzy, or the potential to pass out. That is why a safety thing is a concern for us when we do our breath work, and that's why we developed the closed balance system. Closed meaning mouth is closed. Balance meaning is we are not overdoing in any one direction. We are not hyperventilating to the point that we are blowing off too much CO2. The balance is of oxygen and balance of CO2. That is the balance portion. And so we are always working to effectively keep that balance, whether we are running at as fast as we can outdoors with our mouth closed, we are still trying to maintain that closed balance system for as long as possible. If we can't maintain that closed balance system, we actually throttle back, slow down a bit until we can recover, and then go again and continue to develop that until we have the speed and endurance that we want based on nasal restricted breathing. And that is a transitional training process that happens. So that is, it's so important to understand that that is a rare occurrence, that passing out is a thing with breath work. It's just, and especially with our closed balance training system, the way we do it, there's the opportunity for that would be highly unlikely unless you had some kind of pre-existing condition, maybe a super low tolerance to CO2. You do not have a high tolerance for carbon dioxide in your system. Again, that could be an issue for you early on in your breathwork journey. And so you want to go slow, low, slow, and deep, right? That's the goal, is to breathe slower and deeper into the system to get better oxygen delivery. So yes, I wouldn't worry about passing out. Of course, also that would be related to free diving, underwater blackouts. That's something completely different. And you want, of course, a certified trainer if you're doing free diving. But on land, you're not going to usually run into anything like that, especially with our system.